Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Friday, September 20th, 2013. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. I'm going to start off the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. You're going to see the futures are trading down about $1.75 to 17.15 spot 50. I'm not sure how much we can make out of it today. Today is contract rollover, so you can see we are using the Z contract. It is also quadruple witching options expiration. That means everything under the sun for different categories will be expiring today. So again, if you're not using the Z contract, which is December, you may want to switch over to that. Even if you're using the US dollar index, you want to switch over to the Z contract. So today is contract rollover day. Make sure you're aware of that. Looking at the markets today, we do have some action coming out of Asia. It looks like last night in India, it looks like the Indian Reserve Bank raised rates. So interest rates are raised there. So you want to be a little bit careful today with the Indian ADRs. Stocks like Tata Motors could be set to pull back a little bit. Anytime a country raises interest rates, it's usually not a good thing for their economy, at least in the near term. So it looks like India raised rates, I think just by a little bit. I think it was a quarter point or something. But either way, some of the stocks there have had an amazing move recently over the past few weeks. So they'll need to pull back a little bit or settle in. So don't look for too much out of the Indian ADRs. And if the U.S. markets are weak today, the Indian ADRs could come in a little bit. There looks to be some chatter also coming out of one of the Fed presidents today. I think James Bullard has been on record saying potential Fed tapering in October. I mean, the more these guys bark, the worse it becomes for the Federal Reserve. The more credibility they lose by the minute. So, again, what's the difference if you tapered, 2 days ago or you tapered, in October? It's kind of redundant with the Federal Reserve right now. It's kind of becoming a little monotonous. The institution is just losing credibility by the minute, and if they blow another bubble here, it may be the end of the Fed as we know it. Again, you have a 100-year cycle coming up for the Federal Reserve. They came in power in December 2013. We are now, came into power in 1913, and we are now entering the 100-year anniversary this December in 2013. So every 100 years, it seems like things change, usually for the better. So we'll see how it changes in the Federal Reserve. But right now, that's a big anniversary date that I think a lot of traders should look for. Looking at a few other things here in the marketplace today. There's a stock here, RNA, that is just absolutely getting annihilated. Stock closed at $24 yesterday. It is trading at $5.68. I would not touch it with a 10-foot pole. Anything that's in the biotech space that falls that sharply can go lower. So just leave it alone. I don't think there's anything to do there in that RNA, but I just wanted to point it out. Sometimes how these biotechs can just get annihilated. Stock closed at 24, now trading at $5.70. It's pretty incredible when you think about it. There's also a few other stocks out here. We're going to have probably about 3 or 4 gap plays this morning for the chat room. They'll be posted up in the chat room around 9 a.m. So traders should watch for that. We do see a little weakness today in gold. Gold is down about $17 to $13.52 an ounce. Take a look at the GLD. You'll see that the GLD today is trading down around the 130.53 level. It closed at around 131.75 yesterday. So pretty good little dip for gold. Gold is down $17 on spot. Looking at the oil market this morning, you'll see light sweet crude is down about 41 cents to 105.44. That's not really that big of a decline. Oil was down a little bit more earlier. It was down about 90 cents. But you can see the USO today, which is a good proxy for oil, light sweet crude. That's trading at around $38 at the moment. So, again, oil is very sensitive to adverse weather, geopolitical events, meaning war, especially in the Middle East, and also the U.S. dollar, the strength in the dollar. When I look at this market today, I have to think most Fridays are generally flat to slightly positive, so we're going to stick with that same forecast. 9 out of 10 times that is the way it ends on a Friday, the markets. So when you're looking at the S&P futures today, just expect a flat to slightly positive day for the most part. If the market does come under some turbulence, I'm not sure how much we'll see, especially with the quadruple witching taking place today. You'll get a lot of rebalancing, a lot of shuffling going on at the end of the session, so we could get some added volume as contract rollover takes place today, maybe towards the latter part of the day. But in the early part of the day, we'll get some volatility, and then we'll see a more quiet market right around 11:30, 12 o'clock into probably the final hour. Final hour could see volume because of all the options activity that will take place. So that's pretty much everything that I have today. Again, watch those Indian ADRs. They could be under some pressure. I think that's going to be important, and we'll see how this market shakes out today. But I don't really all have anything all that much, but Indian ADRs could be on the weaker side. With that said, everybody, have a great trading day. We'll see you on the charts.